Wanya checking in once again. In today's video, we will discuss and talk about 3 things that the WWE secretly told us following the Summerslam main event. And at the end of this video, you will see how all 3 of these subjects coincide with each other. And without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Number 1, the WWE is constructing and creating a top heel to challenge Seth Rollins moving forward for the Universal Champion. So, as we all seen what it is 3 nights ago at the Summerslam pay-per-view, Seth Rollins defeated Brock Lesnar for the 2nd time to regain and becoming a 2-time Universal Champion. And you gotta know that after Seth Rollins defeated Brock Lesnar, like Triple H said, now sometimes they go back and forth on this rule, but in the current state of WWE, if you lose your championship, ain't no more automatic rematches. So Brock Lesnar is now out of the Universal Championship picture, and Vince McMahon and Paul Heyman is currently moving forward with the storyline to creating the next big heel to challenge Seth Rollins for the Universal Champion. And one man that comes to mind is Drew McIntyre. Now, in this storyline, since I know it's 9 times out of 10, that's what's finna transpire and that's what's next for Seth Rollins. We seen a glimpse of this storyline when Seth Rollins was feuding with Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Champion with Drew McIntyre, of course, by Dolph Ziggler's side at the time. They got a couple of matches in here and there, and we also seen that Drew McIntyre is willing to go the distance with Seth Rollins, regardless of whether their championships on the line or just to prove his point. And we also seen that Drew McIntyre has also made it crystal clear that this time around he's headed to the top, and he got superstars like The Undertaker, Booker T, and many other superstars backstage room for him to do big things in the WWE. And without question, that now is definitely the perfect time for the WWE to pull the trigger for us to finally get Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the Universal Champion. And that's one storyline that I wouldn't mind seeing for 3 consistent pay-per-views, long as the WWE decide to book it right and not have no screwy finish where there's no disqualifications, no count out, no interference. We need to see these 2 A+ players, A+ superstar competitors compete one-on-one, no interference, no outside, no none of that. We don't need no managers. We need to leave our girlfriends and wives at home. We need to settle like 2 men in a square circle so we can rightfully see who really want the Raw's Universal Champion more than the other, and who will potentially be the number 1 man on Monday Night Raw holding the Raw's Universal Champion. The WWE is finally putting the nail in the coffin to the Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar defeat at WrestleMania 31 to Seth Rollins, which in that match, we all have heard Seth Rollins say this. Most of the time it was the heel Seth Rollins saying that he cashed in the Money in the Bank contract and at the main event of WrestleMania, defeating both Brock Lesnar, WWE champion at the time, and the big dog Roman Reigns. In that match, of course, you know, Seth Rollins cashed in, so he really didn't take much damage, but due to the Money in the Bank contract stipulations, he cashed in successfully, not defeating Brock Lesnar, but curb stomping Roman Reigns in the process and taking Brock Lesnar's WWE champion. And on top of that, now that Seth Rollins has defeated Brock Lesnar not 1 time at WrestleMania, but 2 times at SummerSlam, so that means Seth Rollins overall, his whole character is better than Roman Reigns. Right now, Seth Rollins' character cannot be touched. Roman Reigns, during his feud with Brock Lesnar, it wasn't no barely getting by. He was getting suplex after suplex. I'm talking about just thrown all across the ring. And he only won 1 time at SummerSlam. And he had like 5 chances to defeat Brock Lesnar for the Universal Champion. And he luckily got 1 championship out of Brock Lesnar throughout his luxurious reign as the Universal Champion. Whenever Seth Rollins got the opportunity to face Brock Lesnar for the Universal Champion, when the lights was bright, he ain't had to have no stars lined up. He made the best of his opportunity. Bro, in the middle of my video, see this shit you're talking about right there. But like I was saying, whenever the lights was bright and the Universal Championship was on the line, hold on. Yeah. Whenever the lights was bright and the Universal Championship was on the line, Seth Rollins made all his opportunities count, and he didn't barely get by. Yeah, the first time when Brock Lesnar lost to Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, Seth Rollins did use a low blow, which that made WWE have to completely do the match all over again, which hence that's why they had this match at SummerSlam, so Seth Rollins could finally get a clean victory over Brock Lesnar. And a side note to this point is Brock Lesnar, some that y'all like not really just paying no attention to, but Brock Lesnar is really giving back, because Brock Lesnar came up in the 2000 era. You know, he was doing battle with the Undertaker, The Rock. You know, he wasn't even beating up on John Cena back then, so Brock Lesnar go way back. I'm talking about SmackDown era. So for him to get back to Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, that really is like doing a lot for their characters. And Seth Rollins finally defeated Brock Lesnar a clean, this time I'm talking about clean, no interference, no low blows. So this was really WWE's way of like setting in stone that that win over Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 31 was not a fluke, and indeed Seth Rollins is better than Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. So the next time we see a match between Seth Rollins against either Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar, we not gonna automatically think that Brock Lesnar is the man that's gonna win this match. We gotta take in consideration that Brock Lesnar has lost to both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, and at this point Seth Rollins is a legit threat to Brock Lesnar whenever they walk into the same square circle. And number 3, the WWE secretly confirmed on Monday Night Raw following SummerSlam that, you know how we've been mentioning all this SmackDown Live going over there to Fox, and Brock Lesnar is going to SmackDown Live whether you agree with it or not. And one man that I know is happy about they trade over to Monday Night Raw is AJ Styles, because AJ Styles got this whole quote that SmackDown Live is the house that he built. But little do AJ Styles know, and I love AJ Styles, but little do he know, Brock Lesnar built Friday Night SmackDown. He was getting down over there, like I said, against The Undertaker, as Roman Reigns' cousin The Rock. Hey, Brock Lesnar sent The Rock to Hollywood after he defeated him for the Undisputed Championship at WrestleMania. So Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, they whole family, well, Roman Reigns' family, they go way back many years. You know, Brock Lesnar was putting Rikishi on his ass back in the day. Like, this storyline between Brock Lesnar and the whole Samoan family, it go back years ago. So what Roman Reigns is facing right now, he got a light in, because like I said, The Rock and Rikishi, oh, they was getting it on back in 2000. Now, even though I was born in 98, I still can recall The Rock versus Brock Lesnar, and many times that Brock Lesnar L5 Rikishi, I still remember those days. So with the Fox deal coming up and SmackDown Live going over to the Fox network, Roman Reigns is currently a SmackDown Live superstar. And when, like I said, when SmackDown go to Fox, ain't no more wild card rule. The superstars are on a Pacific setup shows. Roman Reigns is on SmackDown Live. Seth Rollins is on Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins can't go there and help Roman Reigns with SmackDown Live. Basically, Roman Reigns has been fed a very mean deck of cards, because like I said, Seth Rollins, his feud with Brock Lesnar is over now. Brock Lesnar is moving on to bigger and better opponents. Roman Reigns over on Blue Brand SmackDown Live. So this may be the beginning of the end of Roman Reigns. And he think Buddy Murphy and Eric Rowan and Dan Bryan is a problem to him now. Wait till Brock Lesnar come around. We're gonna see how big of a problem he really got. And this wasn't even planned. Like, in the midst of making this video, ever since Roman Reigns got attacked, what if all along that's been Brock Lesnar? We got to take account of that now. Brock Lesnar has been on Monday Night Raw for 3 straight weeks, and we ain't seen who done attack Roman Reigns. It might not have been Buddy Murphy. It might not have been Eric Rowan and Daniel Bryan. It might be Brock Lesnar sending some warning shots heading into the Fox deal for SmackDown Live. So with that being the end of today's video on 3 things the WWE secretly confirmed on Monday Night Raw and Tuesday Night SmackDown Live following the SummerSlam 2019 pay-per-view, make sure you smash the like button, super kick the subscribe button, comment down below, make sure you hit that bell notification, because the way YouTube is set up, if you ain't got that bell turned on, you won't get none of my videos, and I'm posting videos every single day, and I know you don't want to miss it. Until next time, I'm your host, Wanya.